Alright everyone, we have massive Twitter and Elon Musk derangement syndrome coming from one of the usual gang of idiots, Oliver Darcy from CNN. So CNN is not really on the side of Twitter reforming and becoming free speechy, because then they have to compete with people, independent commentators. They'd rather just shove them off the site. So naturally they have a problem with Twitter and its trajectory under Elon Musk. They've got another Elon Musk derangement article here, though. Here are 9 Twitter promises that Elon Musk has failed to deliver on as chief twit. We're going to go through it. Keep in mind, again, Oliver Darcy doesn't want Twitter to improve. The last thing that CNN wants is for Twitter to become a safe space for actual competing opinions. I'm sure that they're rankled about community notes because half of CNN's posts have them. Whether they go through and become publicly visible or not, people like myself in that program can see them. I can vouch for the fact that a large number of their posts are misleading enough to be fact-checked. Again, it depends on whether that goes through and how many days it takes. Elon, the one thing you are doing wrong is not prioritizing making community notes much faster. Right now, it's very, very difficult to fact-check something within 24 hours, by which time 99% of the engagement's already been done. So it's useless, other than to other people using community notes. Now, here's some promises that Elon Musk failed to deliver on, and Darcy, of course, patting himself on the back for such an expertly written article. Keep in mind that Darcy has previously bragged about the fact that with regards to economic and other news, CNN takes marching orders from Biden's White House, explicitly. They've bragged about it. This is not a conspiracy theory. It's something that they have openly and casually and gleefully admitted to and said, well, it's a great thing. We're able to spin economic news so people don't think that things are as bad as they are. It's basically like Pravda at this point. Decisions by poll. After Musk drew backlash for banning links to other social media platforms, he vowed, going forward there will be a vote for major policy changes. Well, there has been, just not every single policy change, and how do you define what major is? I will point out there is a kernel of truth to this. Links to other social media platforms are not banned, but some of them, especially with BitChute and with Gateway Pundit, oddly enough, they do have a wall between clicking through that says, well, this may be malicious or unsafe, and then at the bottom it says, continue anyway. BitChute is not a viral site. It doesn't have content that's particularly more edgy than what's on Rumble. Those links are allowed. Yeah, there's something to be tinkered with there, but that's not a promise broken. It's a promise that's underway, or so it seems. Stepping down. Elon Musk clarified this, that he would step down later on when a suitable replacement is found. He'd still own the site, but he wouldn't be the acting CEO. He never gave a time frame, so how is that a broken promise? He could say, well, yeah, I meant to do it 5 years from now. By the way, at the time I analyzed it, Musk never wanted to personally run the website ad nauseum forever. That was never his intent anyway. He had said before the deal was even inked that that wouldn't be a thing. So Darcy here is being misleading. Maximal free speech. And it talks about how Musk kept Alex Jones and Kanye banned and shit like that. Again, this is pissing in the wind by CNN. They would be criticizing him for letting Alex Jones back on the platform if he was. I do think that he should. I think that Kanye should be on the platform for what little it's worth, and it is quite little at this point. He is faded into the background mostly, actually. And there are people who have been rebanned after being unbanned, and I oppose that. I think that there should be maximal free speech, but it's funny that CNN would throw a bitch fit about that. It's basically just pissing in the wind. They don't even support free speech over at CNN, so they're just putting this here to try to denigrate the site because they're afraid of the direction in which it's going. Digital town square. Well, that's what it is. It is a digital town square. The fact that he's charging people for Twitter Blue really rankles all the old blue check marks. I'm very sorry, Oliver Darcy. I'm sorry that you now have to pay money, or your company does, in order for you to be verified. And so people can't satirize you. But don't worry, Oliver. You satirize yourself every time you post because it's all inane fucking horseshit. Verification. Musk said on Twitter, as Twitter owner, he would work on authenticating all humans, but Musk has moved to do the opposite by stripping notable public figures who refuse to pay him of their verification badges. Just fucking pay it. If you're a notable public figure, I think that you can pony up $7 a month. Some of you people are multimillionaires. You have 7-figure salaries. You can't fucking pony that up to make sure that your blue check mark, your precious check mark, stays intact. I've got a blue check mark on Twitter now that it's no longer cringe to have one. I always found it funny before when people were clamoring to get one. It's like, okay, Twitter finds you notable. Jack Dorsey finds you to be a notable individual. Who fucking cares? It's much more actually authentic if people are buying into it, and it's a better model overall that helps Twitter resist pushes by pink-haired freaks on their advertisers. Open sourced algorithm. That is literally happening now, Oliver. It has gone open source now. So I guess that it was a premature bitch fit they were throwing that one. A moderation council. Who cares? You've got community nodes. You've got a bunch of people like me are effectively Jannies on the site. You don't need a moderation council. I don't even care if he fulfills that promise. Again, pissing in the wind a little bit. Shadow bans. Musk promised in December he would release a feature showing users whether they have been shadow banned. Months have gone by with no such feature available. Apparently, Oliver Darcy learned how to code and thinks that it's easy to do that to a site that hosts over 100 million active users. Yeah, very funny. And severance. Musk boasted about offering laid-off employees 3 months of severance, which he said was more than what was legally required. Months after being let go, many employees were only offered 1 month of pay in exchange for agreeing to various terms and conditions. Well, I mean, if they agree to the terms and conditions, then they agree to take that pay, and there's no further negotiation. Who is Oliver Darcy to throw a bitch fit about it? I love this last part. When I reached out to Musk on Wednesday morning with questions about his failed promises, he didn't respond, but I did receive an auto-reply poop emoji from press@twitter.com email address, a feature Musk recently said he would implement. It's perhaps one of the only pledges he has actually delivered on. Yeah, so some more Elon Musk derangement syndrome from the eggheads over at CNN. Yeah, they're bitching about it because they're afraid of the direction in which the company is going averse to what CNN would want if it wanted to maximize its reach. CNN and all the other legacy media and like craptivistic groups want a monopoly on the flow of information in the United States and elsewhere. So if you have a site that is moving towards more independent content, in which people can boost their shit for $7 a month, as opposed to having to prove that they're a notable public figure that aligns with the company's values, which was literally what that meant. The blue check mark for several years prior to Elon Musk had been converted effectively into the company's endorsement of a user. So there were notable people that didn't have it, and there were non-notable people that did. That's against CNN. They'll have to compete with hundreds of thousands of other people instead of living in an echo chamber and being able to endlessly boost their content because they have favored status on the site. So congrats to Elon Musk. You get hit pieces like this when you're over the target. Keep it up. That's about all. Peace out.